Okay, so I just left Tractor Supply. Normally I'd be going, ooh, we got chicks, but we do not have chicks. My wife wanted ducks, so now this is going to be my first time with ducks. We have 6 ducks, and I'm going to cut this short because it is currently 29 degrees outside, and they are in this little box, so I got to get them home real quick. We'll see what happens when we get there.
So the first thing you're going to need is a good quality chick starter feed. This is the chick starter feed that they carry at Tractor Supply. It's 20% protein. They need extra protein for when they're growing so their little bodies can get bigger faster. Next thing you're going to need is some pine shavings. This is to soak up their waste and to make it more comfortable for them to walk and lay on. And then you're going to need, I use a bin. This is just for the first couple days or week of their life so that they have somewhere enclosed so that they aren't running around wherever you're at. The next will be a heat lamp. Heat lamp's very important because they need to have 90 to 95 degree temperature for the first week, and it slowly goes down from there because they cannot hold their own body temperature. Next, you're going to need a waterer, a feeder, and some baby ducks or chicks. In this one, it's ducks.
So we're down here in the basement. We're about to do a quick setup. I've got 6 ducks. I've got bedding, feeder, waterer, a bin, a heat source, and a thingy thing. First thing we want to do adding nice bedding. This is going to make it soft on their feet. Nice place for them to nap. And also absorb all the yucky. You want it pretty thick, but right now, because they are a day or 2 old, you don't want it too thick, because they'll get stuck in it and be very uncomfortable. Previously said a thingy thing. For me, thingy thing, a little bored there. So here we have a heat lamp, and it is raised just far enough so that it is the right temperature down in there. And next, we're going to have the kids go over there, grab the ducks carefully, set them right here. Be careful of the heat lamp. Everything, nope, set them on the ground, flat on the ground. Open it up, set it between you, Okay, open it up. So you're each going to grab them one at a time, carefully, and set them in there. Careful. Remember to set them down carefully. Their legs are very weak. They're just little tiny babies. Okay. Careful, they might try to jump out too. Set them down all the way. Okay. Careful.
Good.
Okay, that's all of them. Hang on, open that up. Let me see. Just want to see how much they pooped while we were traveling. A little bit, but not much. They're probably in there for 20 to 30 minutes. Now it looks like they are huddling by the water. Okay, now this is my first ducks. I've done chicks several times. This is the first time with ducks, and I know that they have a water requirement, but currently it's just for drinking, not for playing in. They really only need the water for playing in when they have their feathers so that they can clean them. So ducklings need a brooder temperature of 90 to 95 degrees for the first week. So I've got the ducklings in here with this heat lamp on a tripod so I can raise and lower it. So I've got this little handy dandy laser temperature, and let's see what we get. Right now, I don't think you can see that, but it is reading at 84 degrees. So I need to lower the heat lamp so we get a little bit more heat for those little ducks. Now, it's going to take a minute to heat that area up. It's already up to, let's see, no. Sometimes I like to go after the laser. Let me see if I can get the laser to get them to come over here so that I can see the actual temperature. Well, the ducks' backs are 95. A little bit more. Seems to be just all right.
Now that it's been a day, they've made a little bit of a mess, as you can see near the feeder and waterer. A lot of splashing around, and it's really mostly just the water that they've splashed out. Some of it is their waste, but most of it is from the waterer. So now I'm going to remove the feeder and the waterer. You can see the water's pretty yucky looking, and you can see underneath it's mushed up feed and feces mixed in with water on that board. That board was there to help lift it out of the bedding so that the bedding doesn't get in the feed and water as bad, and it seems to work so far. So next we just take the little ducklings and we put them in a separate box or container, just a regular box here, to get them out of this so that we can clean the whole thing and give it a nice little wipe down and new fresh bedding so it can get re-messed up real soon by them. Again, as you can see, the boards used to raise the feed and water are pretty gross. So now I'm going to take the old pine shavings that are mixed with manure and water and feed. I'm going to just dump it into another bin, which we'll use to take outside to our compost and later use in our garden. Then we start the ongoing process of putting the bin back where it goes, filling it with bedding, putting the whatever you happen to be using to raise the water and feeder out of the bedding, put the feeder and water back in there with fresh water as often as possible, put the little ducklings back in there, and wait till next time it's time to do this. It's always fun to have the kids involved, but I can't stress this enough. Make sure they're very careful. You don't want them to drop them from a couple inch, even only a couple inches can hurt their little ankles. And they've got very tiny, undeveloped wings right now. You don't want them to move wrong and injure one of them. This is a problem that you just don't want to deal with.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really messy. Well, not, they're messier than chickens. I don't think just chickens are messy. I mean, besides the fact that they poop, but.
So can you let them, like, once they're big enough, can you let them roam the property? Will they stay there, or do they have to stay in the coop?
You have to train them though.
Oh, yeah?
That's what Daddy said.
These ducklings are now 8 days old. I have changed this small waterer 3 times today, and it is currently 2:30 p.m. This weekend, I'm going to move them to a much larger brooder in the garage, so they'll have a lot more space, and I'll also be able to fit a larger waterer so that it won't have to be changed as often, because as they're growing this fast, I just won't be able to keep up with changing it once an hour.
So my next video will be showing the larger brooder setup in a couple of days. So the next step that you want to get them out of this smaller bin that you got them in, because they're going to quickly outgrow it. So please come back and watch that, and don't forget to like and subscribe.